Have you ever had an existential crisis, or has it ever crossed your mind why we consider what we know to be correct? What is truly ethical, or what is beauty? All these questions are very usual. However, there is no particular answer because of our different opinions. Hi, my name is Mariana Martinez Leon, and in this video I will talk about my philosophical theories. Curiosity is the nature of human beings, so they use philosophy to seek an answer to their questions. Philosophy is the group of rational knowledge that tries to establish the actions in the reality of human beings. The philosophy is divided into several branches, of which in this video I will talk about metaphysics, ethics, epistemology, and aesthetics. They are necessary because they help us better understand the principles of nature, morality, knowledge, and beauty. Thus, each person must interpret and establish their original ideas about these four branches. Metaphysics is the study and questioning of the identity, reality, and origin of the universe. The diverse concepts, theories, perceptions, and opinions of each person are argued, explaining the reason for this thought. The universe was created based on the Big Bang theory and scientific evidence. I was taught two versions of its origin, the religious and the scientific. My beliefs are based more on what I can understand or facts. It didn't make much sense to think an almighty God created the universe just because he loves us. Hence, the universe was not formed since it was always there, and only an explosion caused it to expand in all directions. The logic was an essential part of the evolution of knowledge. Therefore, we must use logical reasoning to understand our origins. God as a superior being who has all the power of the universe is irrational. Catholic religion dictates that God is an omnipotent force and creator of heaven and earth. Nevertheless, this statement is hard to consider if you believe in what can be explained. Therefore, God is just a figure that believers created to put all their faith and have hope in a life after death. If there is a force that controls the universe, it could be described with logical reasoning. However, believing in God is an excellent method to guide people on a prosperous path since He demands to do the right thing and punish those who sin. Concisely, I don't think there is an almighty God. However, this belief positively influences people. Reality has always existed, and we give meaning to its components. Some people think we create our reality. However, that can become a bit illogical if we interpret it deeply. If we say that we build it, we would also say that we have the power of creation. We choose our direction in life, and we are the author of our history. However, the reality is what already exists, but that we modify with our decisions. The decisions we make always bring us some consequence, creating an action-reaction effect on reality. In those moments, our reality changes. Although we build the object's notions, there are only classifications to understand existence. These concepts are only ideas about the perfect element. Shortly, we didn't create the reality, but we can change it. Notions are only formed to help our understanding. According to Porter Stewart, ethics is knowing the difference between what you have the right to do and what is right to do. Human beings are governed by a series of rules and laws that dictate what is right and wrong. However, there are some variations in the ethics of each person depending on their beliefs. People should seek happiness by having true and good values. Being people with virtue is an essential factor in doing the right. Aristotle said being virtuous means acting in the right way. That means having a correct balance between the deficiencies and excesses of our qualities. In that way, it leads us to live more simply and with fewer worries, driving us to happiness. Although it is difficult because of our feelings, it teaches us we should be balanced. Consequently, we try to do the right thing at the right time, in the right way, in the right amount, toward to the right people. That may sound hard, but our purpose of trying to be better is genuine, so we achieve happiness by having noble and correct feelings. Desires not always lead us to be selfish. They also drive us to have the best of intentions. Although some philosophers said desires are counterproductive, Our motives are indispensable when it comes to behaving. We can reach happiness through the correct and good ones. As Kant thought, treating people as an end is the most honest way of good. That means our actions are aimed at benefiting others and not ourselves. In that way, we can develop genuine values over time and do good deeds. Therefore, it encourages us to have positive and sincere feelings. Everybody appreciates more someone kind because he wants to and not because he should. The best way to be happy is to carry out actions that we desire, sincerely thinking of others. Therefore, we should behave without expecting anything in return, so we reach happiness through right and sincere deeds. There must be a balance between the desires of others and our own. Benham believed we have to do what is most beneficial, either for others or ourselves. This philosophy, called utilitarianism, says that the outcome indicates whether an action is correct or incorrect. However, we must balance our desires and decisions to have positive results. Thinking about only our desires is extreme, so we need to benefit others too. Therefore, universalism is the most suitable variant since it says we should positively impact the majority. In this way, we not only think about our wishes, but also what will affect the vastest people. Consequently, we make others and ourselves happy. Epistemology is the study of knowledge regarding its nature and extent. Humans can reason and discover new knowledge. Through the centuries, people have created systems to develop and change this knowledge. However, each person has their own theory about how knowledge evolves. Each person creates their own truth according to their knowledge they have. Philosophers have two theories of truth. Objectivism is in which they believe that only exists one truth, while in relativism exists many truths depending on each person. However, no one could know if what we think is the authentic truth, or everybody lives in a lie by saying that there is only one truth. Therefore, no one would know what truth is, and the concept of truth would have no meaning. Besides, if a person doesn't tell the so-called truth, he would be telling lies, when in reality, his intention is not to lie. Instead, each person can have their truth regarding the knowledge they have acquired through experience. Hence, each one has and believe in one truth, which can change as our knowledge changes. We absorb knowledge from both reason and experience. Kant told us through criticism that we have learnings that mix reason and experience, known as a posteriori and a priori. Noumena is rational knowledge we bring since birth, while phenomena is the knowledge we acquire with our experience and sensation of the exterior world. These knowledge combinations make human beings learn and implement new information. Many of the discoveries and inventions that we create would not exist without this combination, since it takes logic to know the process of that experience and apply it. However, there are also other different thoughts, such as the non-Westerns. I do not share the same ideas because of my education, location, and religion. Their opinions are more aimed at their cultures, when my theories are more logical. Therefore, I only think we need reason and experience to obtain new knowledge. Aesthetics is the philosophical study of beauty and taste. Beauty and art have been controversial due to the differences in affection and opinions that their interpretation involves. Beauty is everything that attracts our attention or gives us pleasure, both sensually and sentimentally. It is something relative, and it depends a lot on tastes or the impression it makes on each person. Besides, it can be a distinctive quality, emotion, or sensation that triggers something in us. The sublime is an essential concept for beauty since, according to Burke, it is a pretty pleasant experience for making us feel insignificant. We can feel beautiful emotion for something that causes unusual feelings. However, ugliness is anything that causes us negative impressions or dislikes. The grotesque is what makes us feel uncomfortable or disgusted because it transgresses boundaries. Therefore, beauty and ugliness are sensations we get from something that impacts us both positively and negatively. Art is an escape from reality that has become essential to release our emotions. According to Collingwood, two types of art serve to escape from reality: Amusement art is the one that only serves as entertainment, while magic art is the one that changes our way of seeing the world. Therefore, the most useful is magic art. Art also serves as a way to discharge our feelings, as Aristotle says. Catharsis is that moment where we experience these pleasant emotions, causing us a pleasurable release. Although some art is only fictional, as Noel Carroll, I think it gives us authentic and powerful feeling for its components. Hence, art is a helpful way of escaping from reality and expressing our emotions. Before this subject, philosophy was not a common element in my daily life. Our existence, knowledge, beauty, or ethics hardly ever crossed my mind. These philosophers' opinions helped me to question my beliefs and develop a new approach. Now I know that I'm sure about my ideas and philosophical theories. From this moment on, I will see the world very differently. This video was very long and hard to do, but the results were beyond excellent. Establishing an ideology where my faiths and principles are concentrated gave me a purpose since, as René Descartes said, living without philosophizing is properly having your eyes closed without ever trying to open them.